What's up guys, and welcome back to Just in Time. So today I wanted to talk about something that happened recently. So I have been tutoring for about 7 to 8 years, as I think some of you will know. I think so. I mean, I'm not sure how close you guys follow me, but I have been tutoring for quite a while. In fact, ever since I went to KL from my very first year of foundation all the way up until now. And back in KL, I used to tutor like secondary students more. In fact, most of them were actually at SPM IG level. So they were already going for the exam, and most of them were failing miserably. And I only had a few months with them. Actually, most of them, they come to me like 来不及 already, like very, very little, like only a few months left. So I'm very used to working under pressure and with a very short time span with people who are not doing very well. And ever since I got back to Penang, I have been mainly tutoring little kids, like 6 all the way to about 10-ish years old. So that became like my new clientele. So I had one student who was also around like the 17, 18-year-old level. And recently, that student stopped with me and they told me that I wasn't very efficient. And they told me I was, I was very repetitive. I was doing easy work. I was wasting time. And I was basically just doing it for the money. Now, this got to me like a lot. It really, really, really got to me because for the longest time, I kind of identified sounds very like, I don't want to get into all those like PC culture, but like identify is just a funny word for me. And I've always identified as a very good teacher or educator. I pride myself in being able to take complex information and present it in a very understandable and easy way. So when I had this kind of feedback come back, it really, really made me question, not to over-dramatize it, but it made me question who I am. It made me question my abilities, and it really got to me for actually a couple of days. I was just questioning myself, and it was really, really on my mind. Yeah. So I was thinking about it. Is this really who I am? Is this really me? Do I really just teach people for money? Am I really repetitive and inefficient? And I also spoke to a friend recently who got some hate on their channel. I'm pretty sure that as you get more and more famous, there's going to be people who leave bad comments and bad reviews and stuff like that. So for the first time, I could actually kind of relate to that a little bit. I won't say that it's like I'm receiving hate or bad comments because this is like my work and I actually received criticism, I would say. Is it criticism? I don't want to put it on the same level as hate comments, but it's more of like bad review. I'll just put it as a bad review. And the thing is that like I didn't believe that I was doing that. I kind of felt that like it's a two-way street, especially in the transaction. Like I gotta do my part, you gotta do your part. So for me, and the thing is that I grew up in a very Asian household where my parents were always like, is this your best? Is this your best? So I'm always telling myself and asking myself more. It's like, could I have done better? Could I have done better? And the thing is that I feel that that's a very dangerous question because more often than not, you can almost always do better unless you're like killing yourself to do the best that you can. I feel that most times there's always a little bit of improvement because none of us are perfect. So I feel that's a dangerous question and I don't really ask it anymore. But in this context, I was like, I could have done better. I could have done more to provide. And I try my best not to make excuses for myself, but at the same time recognize where things have actually objectively gone wrong and then where I can improve and, not put the blame on another person and not put the blame on whoever is telling me this review or feedback. Yes, feedback is the word. I couldn't think of it for the whole video. Feedback and how to be more responsible for it. But after all that good stuff, I mean, like coming back to the more human part was that I was really, really doubting myself. And only today, actually, when I'm filming this, I started thinking back, why do I teach tuition in the first place? How did I start? Because I was just thinking about, did I fail everybody else as well? And it got me back to the very first time I told myself, oh my gosh, I love doing this. And it was when I was in my high school. I had dropped to Xiban. So I'm from Zhongling, which is a Chinese school. A lot of people don't think I can speak Chinese because I sound very much like a banana. I don't blame you guys. But I was from Zhongling, and in my Form 4, I dropped to the lowest class in Zhongling, 我们叫 Xiban. So all the Zhongli people out there represent. I was also from Xiban 1 year. And you know, I was just surrounded with other kids who we were not doing very well in our grades by Zhongli standards. We were failing a lot of things, and my math was the best in my class. So when I started helping out other friends, I remember one or two comments. It just stuck with me. I don't really remember who said it. I think there was one guy, I'm not going to name names, but there was one guy who told me like, Justin, 你放弃吧, like 你不用再教我了，因为你再教下去我是不会的. You know, to translate, it's like, don't waste your time. No matter how much you teach me, I am not going to get it. I just don't understand. So I told him, you know, like, okay, you don't need to get all 100 questions, but let's just try to get 2 or 3 questions right. And then from there, like, that's a victory for us. And I remember the first time he got his paper back, I think he still failed, but it was like, hey, Justin, 那些题你教我的我真的答对哦. I was like, hey dude, the one that you taught me, I actually answered those right. I was like, shit, I'm not stupid, I can actually do this. And the look in his eyes, right, is like, that's what I always say. It's like when somebody gets something that they previously believed they couldn't get, that little spark in their eye, I don't know how to explain that, but that little spark in their eye changes. And I told myself, shit, I want to make more people feel this way. I want to give these people back confidence in themselves, because I once told myself, so okay, I teach math and add math, but I used to fail math all the way up until Form 3, because I had a teacher telling me that, you know what, you are a lousy student, you are not paying attention, you will not pass math. So, you know, when you tell me that at the age of 13, 14, I'm not, what's his name really actually? I like Becky. I'm not Tony Robbins at that point where I can like, oh no, you know, some motivation, I can do it. I told myself, fine, if you tell me I'm going to fail at math, I'll fail at math. And so for the whole Form 2 and Form 3, I don't think I attended a single math class. I know for sure Form 2 I was gone. Like the entire year, I just wasn't in math class. So by the time I reached Form 3 for PMR, I was failing miserably. And then I went to Anthony Tan's tuition in Penang, very famous guy in Penang. And, you know, him and his co-teacher, I think you call him co-teacher, Anson, they both helped me so much. And I was like, holy shit, I can do math. So I've always believed that a teacher can improve a student's life. Actually, I do believe that. I sincerely believe that. And, you know, they can change the way that they think. So over the past few hours, I've been actually thinking about that. It's been weighing on me really, really heavy. And I was like, okay, I think that this is just one bad experience that I've had with a student that I wasn't able to help. Perhaps I didn't do my best, or my teaching style wasn't the best fitted for this particular person. I admit that perhaps I could have done better, and I can do more, but I don't think that makes me a bad teacher all in all, because I'm sure I will still mess up in the future. There will still be another student out there that thinks that I'm doing it for the money or thinks that I'm not effective, but I'll try my best to not let that affect me so badly the next time. But I hope that you guys, when you are met with, let it be hate, negative criticism, constructive criticism, or like a bad review, or negative feedback. See, I forgot feedback again, bloody hell. I hope that you guys will be able to get past it and to just tell yourself, or like not tell yourself that you're, oh my god, you're so shitty and you're useless, but see it as that one isolated incident and look over back and like, why did you do this in the first place? What got you into whatever you're doing? And is your heart still in the right place? Because for me, I do believe it is. I just got a new student whom I really hope I will be able to help. And I think my heart's still in the right place. So I'm still bummed about not being able to help that previous student, but I will do my best to make the best, best out of it in the future. So that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I sincerely appreciate it. And I hope you guys will enjoy hearing more stories about my life. So yeah, like and subscribe the video. You know, I still can't do this outro stuff. I'm gonna get used to it, but thanks for watching.